Okay, there we go. All right, so obviously there wasn't anything planned for today, so it was just put out there about maybe all sharing a bit about what we've been up to, showing a bit about our strengths, make it a bit of a question and answer time. So Laura, only purely because I can see you first, did you want to share anything that's your strength or anything that you want to talk about, or any questions or anything you want to put to everybody?
Hello, hi. So we went to Danny Coppolaro's Nation training last night, and there were some good points being made there. I told you posted something on, didn't you, yesterday about those 2 bits of info about it was condensed Discover Arbonne. Did you see it? What you posted?
Yeah.
Well, apparently this is what they're all using. Ian Pritchard, Danny Coppolaro. They're all like on that bit of paper. So I don't know if you know much about it, Danny, but they're like, once you give somebody the core presentation, they give them that bit of paper to take away to have.
Okay.
So just let you know about that. But Danny, we've got region training on Monday, and we're going to go over a little bit more.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so it's did you know anything about it? Did you just share it? Not knowing what it was.
I saw it on Danielle's page.
Yeah. So yeah, they're all using it. It's like the talk. They went the secret of 2 bits of paper. So if you don't know much about it, but
so they're not doing the DA then. They're just using that.
They're using the core presentation, but then they're also like this when if you go to like a 1-to-1 or something, instead of getting the whole presentation out, like for new starters, it's easy just to find that 2 bits of paper to take it with them, and then once you've given that intro of the business, you then leave that bit of paper with them so they can take it home to the partner, have a look about it. So so they're using that. So obviously we'll elaborate on it more.
Yeah,
but
just trying to get it up.
Yeah, and it's like, so it's really quick and easy and simple for new starters. And also they were sharing about, instead of keep doing like sitting down people when you've got an event, is actually having just using the back of your hand rather sitting them down and going washing their face, cleansing it all. Like they're like they don't do that. They were like saying that you just use the back of their hand as a palette, like cleanse, like use the RA9 Genius pad on the hands, then put the serum on, then the moisturizer, then the cream, and then the primer, and then they're going through all that. Use the Genius Ultra on it. They put like one side they used CC cream, the other side they used a foundation, and in the middle they used a mineral powder. And then this bit of your hand here, the eye as they called it, they used an example with the concealer and did it that way.
Yeah.
And there's this woman in Danny Coppolaro. If you look through her newsfeed, there's a woman on there, I can't think what her name is, and she got like 1,000 QV off an event by doing this, and it just saves so much time.
Wow.
So it's worth looking into. So can't think what her name is. She's like literally near enough on the top of a page.
I'll have a look in a second.
Yeah.
My laptop's been so slow.
It's all right. So that's a good, useful tip for everyone to know about. Yeah, so they were like, the secret ingredient is 2 bits of paper. That's what they were saying. They were all laughing last night. And she kept it really simple. And she says, all you've got to do is sell some products and share business. Like, she didn't like confuse people. That's what she says. All you've got to do this month is go and sell some products and share the business. Like, it's just that simple.
Yeah.
And I quite liked it.
So this is it, finally.
Yeah. 2 bits of paper, print them off so they can take it away. It's really condensed, and like here with the compensation plan as well, it will tell you how much they earn, so you haven't got to think about how much they earn, what commission there is. It's really condensed, but really straight to the point and simple.
Yeah.
Especially for new consultants, just to read it rather than thinking that. I know obviously they still need to know that core presentation.
Yeah.
For them to feel confident that they've got something when they can go and share with their network. So it seems to be working really well, and Ian Pritchard is really pushing this within his team,
Right.
and having really great results. And this actually this document was created by Amy Sky.
Oh yeah, over in the USA or Canada.
Yeah.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, so she's the one who's put this together, and they're having real great success within Ian Pritchard's nation and Danny Coppolaro's and everyone. So that's the secret. That's the secret we found out.
Fabulous.
That's really good.
How else was their nation training?
What else did they do? They had someone that was doing like a demo, so making it interactive, and then they also had like a 5 to 10 minutes blitz of texting people. So you had to make yourself accountable to someone who you were sat with, and you really had to sit there and say, look, have you sent 5 messages to someone? And like do like a booking blitz kind of thing, reaching out to people. So it got people, and obviously her main aim was training last night was that we need to be sponsoring more and things like that, what we learned from VP Retreat. But what else did she learn? I think that was it really. She does her recognition a little bit different.
How did she do hers?
She doesn't set, she recognises people who hit, obviously go in complete district. They always also recognise people who do their bonus. They do an incentive. If they hit their DM bonus for so many months, they get for like a Tiffany something and a meal, or the incentive was another thing with Ian Pritchard. So you'll see on Danny Coppolaro's page that it's all stuff going on there. So you'll see what's going on there, what she does. So I don't know if the rest of them are in Danny Coppolaro's nation, but she's a very good nation to follow.
Yeah.
So it led me into it, and it was
I've
got all different events, incentives booked up and stuff, like Tiffany gifts, things at Ian Pritchard's and things like that. So keep going down.
Was it in Huntingdon, St Ives?
Yeah. I hear your DA where you went to yesterday was absolutely incredible. Everyone loved that.
Gosh. Jade was just incredible. Her and Keeley were amazing.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? I love those two. Well, I love everyone, but yeah, I do like them.
Yeah.
They're really, really good. Jade's on the call, isn't she, now?
Yeah.
Well done, Jade. You smashed it. Heard so many great things. If she can hear
Thank you. Sorry, I'm like trying to sort my life out. I've just literally got in through the door, so
okay.
I am listening.
Yeah, it's just saying it's worth probably. I'll add you into Danny Coppolaro's Nation page.
Yeah, I'm really into this 2-page thing because I am doing my morning call with one of my consultants every morning to get her to practice this DA, and it's just this block. And I think if you've got something like this, especially for new consultants, it really is.
Yeah.
You can't be there. You can't always be there every each
and it's
time.
simple. It's
opportunities
really
can be missed.
Yeah. It's like we want people to learn this on a coffee break, not spending 40 minutes delivering a core presentation. It's just quick and easy. They've just gone back to making it really simple but effective, that everyone can do it. So I add you into it, and I'll add Kerry into it. Is Jen on the call?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Who's on the call? Who is on the call?
Is Jen, are you in her team? In her page, sorry. Kerry.
I don't think Jen can speak. She's probably going to type.
Okay.
I was typing, but I'll just unmute. I just realised I can unmute myself. I was in it, but do you remember? We were told, oh, don't be in other nations' pages because it will really confuse everything. And I was in about 4 different nation pages, so I just came out of them all. But I'm happy to be added back into it.
I just think they're like, because she's with Hetty Gifford and stuff, isn't she?
Yeah, I mean, this advice did come from Ian Pritchard. So now looking back, I'm not sure if he was a bit like, I don't want to share, or I don't know.
Well, if you just be discreet and not post on it, just be like, oh, what are they up to, rather than
like a spy.
making yourself known. Because I'm in a Von Dixon's Nation page.
Oh wow.
I've added you anyway.
Thank you.
I can't seem to share that post, that file.
You might have to download it and then upload it.
Well, I've just downloaded it, but look, it's gone all funny on Word. Can you see?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's no point me loading that because that's obviously not right.
If you click enable editing on it, Danny, does that not turn it?
I think, do you not have the Word program?
This is Word, isn't it?
Yeah, is it just, have you bought it or is it just an online version?
I've bought it. I've got the whole Microsoft Office.
Because mine does this and I haven't bought it. That's what made me think.
Wow.
I don't know then.
Yeah, weird. Don't know why it's.
Sorry to be negative or anything like that. The only thing is, with posting it on our Do More page, has she got anybody? Will she mind? Because if she's got anybody in our page,
No, I've had this for a while anyway because I shared it a while ago. So I got it off somebody else.
Something, Danny. I don't know if it opened differently that way.
Huh?
I've just sent it you a different way. I don't know
Okay,
if
yeah.
it opened a different way. I don't know if it will or not.
Okay, yeah. I know I've had this file for a little while. I might even have loaded it somewhere. I'm try and see.
if you add it as a file, it'll be so much easier for you to find it again. Oh yeah, look, you've been doing it.
Yeah, I wonder if this is it here. No, that's not it.
So it's on PDF, isn't it? So
Yeah.
well, anyway, that's the new, quick, effective 2 bits of magic
Yes.
for consultants to learn and take to someone, and then they've got the tool to take away.
Yeah.
So it's not like just leave. And like also at the product events, instead of like if they do it on the back of the hand and say they did actually want to try the product, you just send them over to products rather than sitting there for 4 hours. But she did say, look, if it's working for you, you're doing the way it is, then don't change it.
Yeah.
But just it's another skill to know that you can do it on the back of a hand, and you need to be, rather than spending 5 hours at a launch when it shouldn't be taking that long, just get in and out. And like I say, if anybody wants to trial any products properly, then they can have the drop off, which is quite good.
Yeah, love it.
So I thought that was it was worthwhile going.
Yeah, good. It's always nice to go to other people's rejuvenation trainings, I reckon. Right, is Kerry there?
How did you find your Yeah, Kerry is. She's hiding down the
What
bottom.
were you going to say, Laura?
Switch then. I was like, how did you find it, Jade? Delivering the Discover R1 presentation? How did you get on?
Sorry, I'm just trying to house the tip. Yeah, really good. I was really, really happy. I was so chuffed with the turnout because you never know, do you? When I kept posting it and not many people had come back to me, and I was kind of just relying on my team turning up to make sure like I got the money back on the room. But yeah, it was a real good success. So I feel so much now. I've done it in front of people. I know I've done it like at Region, but it's not the same, is it? Because you're in front of everyone, So now I've done it. I think I'm just chuffed I've done it, and I can really reflect on things that I probably might have done differently and stuff. So yeah, keen.
Yeah, well done.
Everyone
Proud. Keely looked like she was buzzing.
Yeah, like she needed that. Like I'm so, she'd sort of wanted it, and I'd organised it all, but she like wasn't really doing anything. I thought, oh, she's like slipping off the edge. And then yesterday she was like buzzing again, and they texted me back. So I was real chuffed with everything. So
I was saying to people at Danny Coppolaro's at Nation, I was like, when you very first started Arbonne, like close your eyes, and how did you feel? I was like you need to have that injection of like whatever that is into your blood like 24/7, because it kind of goes out of you over time.
It's so easy.
Like you just got to go back, to how you felt when you heard about it. They were like, yeah, I couldn't sleep for like days. I was like, yeah, that's how you've got to like remember those times. Like when you heard about Arbonne, how did you feel? So
I remember like walking down the road and I was like skipping, being like really jolly. I was like, don't be negative, Joe, stop being negative. And you're like into this whole new I was like, I just feel like so good all of a sudden.
We're twins, did you know?
Yeah, stop going on about it. I don't like my vein.
What?
She always comments on it.
I've got a vein as well in
I've
my
got a
head.
stressy vein.
Yeah, you know when I smile, if I stop smiling, it doesn't do it. But yeah.
Is she happy? Is she happy, Mark?
There's such a cow pointing it
I'm
out.
not, I've got two. I've got one there, one there. I'm Voldemort. What's his name out of Harry Potter?
Be serious.
What?
Business.
Oh, I know we're talking serious. Daddy's like, what?
Terry, you're up.
Okay. Yeah, I've had a really good day today. So everyone knows I've submersed myself in personal development, and I was reading this book, and it said as soon as you think of someone, you need to message them. So I sat here reading earlier, and I thought of two people that I had spoke to about the business, but I hadn't properly followed up. I had, but not properly. So I messaged them both saying, I was just thinking of you, wanted to pop you a quick message, see if the timing's right now. And one of them I'm doing a Zoom call with tomorrow. And the other's got loads of questions she's going to message me tonight. So she was like, oh, I was thinking of you as well. And I've got loads of questions that I want to ask. So, and then I signed up the lady that went last night as well. So
Good day.
yeah, good day all
That's
round.
amazing, Kerry.
Yeah, so I'm really chuffed. So
Sorry,
yeah, when
Kerry,
you
what
think of
what
someone,
did you do?
well,
It was-
I just, because I thought of them, so I messaged them and said, oh, I was just thinking of you. So I thought I'd pop you a quick message. I know we spoke a few months ago about the business and the timing wasn't quite right. I didn't know whether things have changed now and maybe we can have a chat. And then one of them messaged me straight back and said, oh my God, yeah, I'd love to. I do really want to do it, but I had a few questions. And then I thought, oh God. But then I thought, don't make up a story in your head. It doesn't matter. And then the next one messaged me not that long ago. And she said, you know, I've just lost my job. And I did think of you earlier. And she said, but I'm worried about money. And I said, well, let's just connect. Let's have a chat. And she said, well, I can't now. How's tomorrow? So I was like, yeah.
Wow. It's so interesting what happens when you change your energy, isn't it?
Yeah. So now, whenever I think of someone, I'm just going to stop what I'm doing and message. So
Love
do
it.
that, yeah. But say that you're thinking of them as well. I loved that because they both said that they'd thought of me today as well.
I had a really weird thing just before I came on this call. I went down and got my iPad, and I'd been tagged in a post from somebody that I knew just from like maybe a year at this school that I was at, and she's tagged me in this like sunglasses post, and she wasn't on my list. I know her name, but she wasn't on the list. I thought, and it's really weird that
Is it Ray-Ban?
Yeah.
They're spam.
Oh God, I thought, is this a sign?
It still might be.
Now you've been spammed.
Well, it's gave me a new name anyway because she weren't on my list, so maybe that was a
Positive,
sign.
flipped it. Yeah, it's good.
Oh, okay.
Still
Oh,
message
well,
her though.
that was my little
It's
thing.
not spam.
Ruined.
Sorry, Jen.
Okay. I'm trying to think of anything that I've done. What I have done is started to really just really look at my network, and I've really noticed people who weren't really on my list, who I never really thought was friends with, and I noticed people who are really liking my posts and things, and I've been more active on social media, so much more active, and sort of it's really given me inspiration now to like message them and see, you know, and actually I have got a couple of one-to-ones lined up of people who are really, I know we shouldn't ever say this, but people who really, really think wouldn't be interested, and that's really been quite positive. And my calendar's like full again, which is good. Like I'm making sure each day I'm doing something or dropping off, or I'm, you know, helping with somebody. And we got a sign up yesterday in my team, so Rachel's guest signing up, so that's really exciting news. And one of the girls who works with, she's buzzing. She's really, really chuffed. She was like adding her onto the groups last night. And then a guest that Keely bought, she works with Joe, my husband, and she wants to have another chat with us both. So that's really promising as well. So yeah, really, I feel like the momentum's like starting again, and all like where, you know, how we had that conversation, Kerry and Laura, about our existing team, and it is just, that's just what happens. I think even like we probably did it, didn't we? Went a bit quiet on ourselves and stuff, and now they're all just come alive again, and you just never know when it's going to happen. So I feel a lot happier about everything again, which is good.
She's smiling.
Yay.
That's good.
Yay! Jane's back.
Got no makeup on. Like, do these calls go on Zoom?
I'll only share it on the WhatsApp with those guys. That'll be it.
Jen?
So,
Can Jen talk or not?
Jen said she'll be back in 2 minutes. I had a really interesting day because last
She's
night
back.
I was lucky enough to have a car journey to Birmingham/Sutton Coldfield with Kerry Wesley, who started telling me about decluttering and about how she'd got rid of all this stuff and like how it made her life so much clearer. And I was like, oh, that's interesting, like planted a seed. And I was sat here in my office space. My office space looked directly at my kitchen, like literally straight there. And I had my coaching call with Jerry Rosenthal today, and he was like trying to uncover like what's like my block at the minute. And I was like, I'm not really sure what it is. I was like, you know, I'm doing my DM bonus, I'm sponsoring, I'm doing R-bar, and I don't know what like is my block at the minute. And we were chat, and it unearthed that I procrastinate over all the small stuff. And Kerry was saying yesterday, when somebody points out what you're doing, and at first you're like, no. And I was like, no, I don't procrastinate. I was like, well, obviously we all do to some extent, but I was like, you know, if AAC tickets come out, I buy them. If region training, I'm always at region training. I'm always on the Sunday night course. I was like, I'm always like on it. And he goes, yeah, but that's the big stuff. He goes, so you do the big stuff? And I was like, yeah. He goes, but not the little stuff. And I was like, literally, like Kerry said yesterday, it hits you like a fish around the face. I was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, yeah, I do. I really procrastinate over the small stuff. And I could see my kitchen. And this call was at 4 o'clock this afternoon. I still hadn't washed up from this morning. Because I was like, it's just, to me, it was just like irrelevant. It's like something small. And it got me thinking about all the small stuff. Like, for example, this is so awful. I have not even contacted my PCs since I got back from holiday. I've contacted all of my team, like checked in how they are, how they're doing, but I've not contacted any of my PCs. And some of my PCs placed an order before I went away that I need to message and say, like, you know, did you get your products? How are you getting on? Like, nothing. It's on my list, on my to-do list, but I've not done it. And I've got all this stuff on my to-do list that is not urgent and not essential, but I'm not doing it. And it was really interesting because he goes, have you heard of the expression by T. Harv Eker? And I went, how you do anything? And he said, it's how you do everything. And I was like, oh man. I was like, it is true. How you do anything is how you do everything. So I got off the call and I had Kerry in mind, and I was like, right, I'm going to wash up. So I went in the kitchen, I washed up, and I didn't stop there. I pulled everything out of the cupboard, had everything off the top coming down, and Ian came back an hour later and everything was out the kitchen. He was like, what's going on? I was like, I'm having a clear out. I'm getting rid of all the old stuff I got. And Kerry was telling me about somebody in the team that got rid of all these mugs. I had mug after glass after glass. And he was like, why are you getting rid of them?
It was me. My husband had to go and buy some more mugs. We didn't have any. He was like running to the shops. We had no towels, so we couldn't get washed. He was like, I'm off to the shops. I was like,
oh my gosh. He goes, why are you throwing out all these cups and glasses? And I was like, we don't need 20 mugs. We don't need 20 of these glasses. We had 10 Arbonne shakers. There's only 2 of us in the house that use the shakers.
wow.
10 Arbonne shakers. I was like, we'll get rid of the old ones. Like, we had so much crap. It feels so much like the kitchen's done, and it just, I'm like, oh, heaven. So I've really learned. How many do you have now? 6 now.
Yeah.
That's
a good number.
Yeah, so my advice that I've learned this week from Kerry is to just get out with the old. So what did you say, Kerry? Out with the old.
Out with the old, in with the new.
Yeah. So
don't get rid of the old, you can't bring in the new.
I literally sold my whole flat.
So did I. My husband came home and he was like, we look like we've moved out. I'm like, yeah.
I'm doing a car boot
I just went
tomorrow,
wherever my mind wanted me to go, that's where I cleared. So I started in my bedroom, in my wardrobe. My kitchen, oh no I didn't, I started in my office, and then I did my bedroom, and then I did my kitchen last and my front room last. But my kitchen was the worst. I got 19 bin liners out of my kitchen. 19 bin liners.
What the hell was in there?
I got nearly 60 bin liners out of my house, just my stuff. No, I haven't touched the kids. Yeah. Oh my god.
You'd be shocked how much stuff you've got.
And I'm already hoarding again.
But do you feel like your energy vibrations got higher by clearing out all that crap?
Yeah, I feel like my head. I've got more space in my head.
Mm.
Yeah, I felt cluttered.
Sorry, I found that what I was doing was with Arbonne, like before Arbonne, I was like a clean freak. Every day I would clean a room of my house, and I'd continually work around my house. So my house was constantly like spotless, even clean windows and everything. And then I just stopped doing it. I stopped going to the gym as well, like because I was just out, and all of these things that I obviously didn't love cleaning, but I loved to have a clean house. And then I felt like everything was just getting on top of me because I just was running out of time. Whereas now I've really tried to, in my list, it's like day things that I can just do. I'm not conquering the world in a day, but I feel better that like my kitchen is
and you can listen to your audios while you're doing it as well. So it's almost like you're killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah, I think it is important to make sure you doing those things as well. Yeah,
hygiene.
You're holding on to memories as well, aren't you? In stuff. That was the key for me. I was holding on to the memories with a cup or a Pyrex dish, as I told you, Danny.
Yeah. But do you know what? Kerry said something really interesting last night. She was like, when you go to these events like DAs and stuff, sometimes it's the car journey that you get, you learn the most from. And it really hit me last night what Kerry was saying about, you know, we all hit these blocks, and we always do. There's always going to be a block. You're never ever going to be like perfect or done. There's always going to be the next block. And I was speaking to Jerry on the call tonight, and I was saying, look, my business has kind of been pretty much at the same level for the past year, and I'm not quite sure what it is that's stopping me moving forward, because I am doing Arbonne, and yeah, look, literally just with that conversation and him saying, you know, you're procrastinating over the small stuff. It's so true. I'm holding on to so much crap, and I'm not doing the little things, and it is the little things that add up to be the big things. So for me, my top tip that I've learned from this week has definitely come from Kerry, saying about getting rid of all your stuff and like getting rid of things that are going to allow for the new to come in. And already, I've only done the kitchen today, and already my energy has gone up so much, and it's allowed, like Kerry says, it's allowed for more to come in. So that's my biggest thing I've learned this week. Thanks, Kerry.
I know everyone's like buying bin liners. I should have taken out shares in some sort of bin liner company, shouldn't I? Before I told everyone. I keep getting tagged in all these pictures of everyone throwing out their mugs. Even Suzanne Wells messaged me today. She said, "I've binned my mugs." Like, what is it with mugs? It's quite funny. Yeah. It is good though, isn't it? It's. I feel like a massive release has gone from doing it. Huge. Yeah. And I've just read so many books as well. How many mugs do I own now? See, my issue wasn't mugs. Mine were all chipped and dirty. But I only had a few. But I kept looking at them thinking, if a friend came round, I wouldn't want to give her that mug. And so I was like, so bin it. So that's what I did. Love it. Jennifer's like, oh, mine have got no chips and stains. How many mugs have you got? Loads. Yeah. You watch, Danny, your next Blaze or Booking Blitz, you'll have like 7 people over and you'll be cursing me. Like, I haven't got enough mugs.
Yeah, I've got nothing for you, sorry. Jen, did you want to unmute and share anything about your week this week, or anything you want to talk about?
Hello. Well, I don't know if I'm keeping the theme, but I've had a good week. I feel like I've spoken to you already, Danny, like about my epiphany, I think is the right word. Can you hear me all right? Yeah. I'm not sure if the microphone's going on my laptop. So I have been feeling very frustrated in my business. Not all the time, but it'd be like waves coming and going, and I'd be like, oh God, you know, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not building like a big team? Why am I helping people to promote district, and then I move on to the next person to help them to promote district, and like it's almost like I've got loads of plates spinning, and I stop spinning one plate, and then they stop, and then I lose that district manager. And I have done this I've been an area manager for 2 years now, and I haven't been able to think, what is it? I even hired a coach to work through this like block, and I thought, is it the law of attraction? Am I expecting district managers to drop out and blah blah blah? And that could be part of it. I've just read, and I'm reading it again actually, You Were Born Rich. Fiona recommended that book to me by Bob Proctor. Oh my Jade. Oh my God.
Right, Jade.
I thought you'd fallen off the bed.
Dropped you. I went to write, my pad's wedging my laptop up, and oh, sorry. What was that?
You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor.
Okay.
And I think that is something I definitely need to work on, like visualization and believing everything to be true and not expecting district managers to fall out. But I think another part of it is I haven't been helping people to be independent because I felt needed. So this is where my egos come into place, and it's something I've worked out on my own. I don't know where it's come from, but I have felt needed. When they've said, oh, will you come and do this party with me? I've gone, yeah, of course I will. Yeah, I'll come and help you. Or will you do this event with me? I've run along next to them. Or will you come to a one-to-one with me? And I've been there for them, which they love. And I love my team, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love them. And I love helping people. But I've just realised that they're not independent. So if I'm not spinning the plates and going, yeah, I'll come with you and I'll hold your hand and everything else, they're not as inclined to do it. And I feel that people are not continuing or are dropping out at district manager level because firstly, they don't feel empowered to do it on their own and they feel like they have to do it on their own, they don't know how. And also, they're waiting for me to be there and I'm not always there because I'm helping somebody else. So they're then not doing the work because they're not doing it on their own, if that makes sense. And then their paycheck reflects that. And then they think, oh, for like 200 quid a month, is it worth it? So I feel like, I mean, I could be completely wrong, and this is all part of the journey and part of like different light bulb moments, but I feel in my heart that I need to not help as much, empower people more, like really like slather it on like thick how amazing they are and that they can do it on their own, that they don't need me. Just really, really big them up every like second of every day that I speak to them. I need to big them up, and I need to be doing my district manager bonus myself. Like that is what I've sort of.
That's gone through the whole team.
Sorry.
You're on the right track, Jen.
Yeah.
You're on the right track.
Oh, good.
You can relate to what I'm saying, can't you?
Yeah, completely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
But it's taken a long while to come up with this.
I told Danny a tip yesterday from a book as well, so that's what popped into my head. Is sometimes when I came in, I wanted to do it to help everyone else, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to help everyone, and you just said then, like, I try and help them. So I read this book, and again, it smacked me in the face, and it said, don't do this for other people. Do it for you, and do it because you love it, and then you'll naturally help other people. But don't do it to help them. So that for me was like, well, I need to be hitting my district manager bonus. If I'm doing that, my team will naturally want to do it as well, because they'll be inspired by me doing it.
What book?
So everybody's doing district bonus.
So what book was that?
Yeah.
Okay, now I've read a lot. I think it's The Magic by Elizabeth Clark.
No, that's not right. Elizabeth Gilbert.
Elizabeth Gilbert, that's the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that in it, but I'll reread it.
Well, do you know, it's interesting because the next chapter said that a woman came up to her at a book signing and she said something that she read from the book, and she sat there and said, I didn't write that in the book.
Yeah. I've read the book.
I read it. I was like, do I go back and read that? But I didn't want to read it because I thought that message that I got is the message I needed. So I didn't go back and read it. But she said that she doesn't write personal development books to help people. She writes them because she loves writing them. So I turned that round to network marketing in our profession and thought, well, if I'm not loving it and I'm not doing it for me, then how am I going to inspire people to do it for themselves?
Yeah. That's
and
true.
Also, like, you bring people in and you're like helping them, and then they quit and you feel guilty.
Yes, exactly.
And
like that's really low vibration.
But it's not you. Yeah. But if you're doing it for you, you'll never feel guilt, will you? Because you think, well, you should, I'm doing it for me. You do it for you.
Yeah. It's taken me such a long while to realise.
I'm not saying. It's just more that they're gonna. It's like the 30-day detox, isn't it? It's not a weight loss program, but you do it, you're gonna naturally lose weight. So if we're doing bonus and we're helping ourselves and we're doing it for us, we're doing it for our why, we're doing it because we love it, everyone around us is going to naturally want to do it for themselves as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so true. And then I also think as well,
you have to help everyone.
Yeah, exactly. And I also think, like, by me doing that, I'm keeping everyone's paycheck low because I'm helping like one person do 2 events rather than their off doing 5 events on their own, and then obviously they're getting paid for that in their central district. So basically I'm helping them sponsor people, consultants, and build their business, essentially sponsor preferred clients and new consultants. But I'm not doing it for myself. I'm always putting my own goals second. So I'll say, like, every month I'm like, district manager bonus. But then someone will say, oh, will you help me do this? Will you help me do that? And I'll go, oh, yeah. And then I'm not going out and doing my own activity. And it's like, oh my God, what have you been doing? Like, I have been doing my own activity, but not to the potential that I could be doing or should be doing. So I've just had a major, like, epiphany. And like, I sent Danny a message the other day going, I feel like a little bit bad, but I had to do it. Like, somebody who's in one of my districts. So she's not direct to me. She's like three people away. 1, 2, 3. She's a 4th person. She messaged me and asked if I'd do a pamper party with her in September. And I was like, oh, I'm out at the minute. I don't have my diary. And that was a little bit of a white lie because I was sat next to my diary. But I thought, no, because do you know what? I need to build this business. Like, I want to build to region. I want to show people that, no, it's absolutely possible for people to build to region. I can see, like, I've met people that have built to nation and beyond. Like, I can see that you can do it. I want to show that to other people. Have I frozen? Oh, no.
No, carry on.
And I just think as well, and I'm going to have to start being more business-like about it, because why should I drop everything for someone that doesn't show me commitment every single month? And I know that probably sounds quite harsh, but I can't just stop doing my own goals and reaching for my own goals for somebody that's decided to do a pamper event out of, in the last, like, one event in the last 3 months. And I know obviously life happens and she's got her own stuff on, but I just think I need to put myself first a little bit more. So yeah, that's my revelation. So my goal this month is 5,000 new and you, and 5 new sponsors. So the 1st of August came and I sponsored 2 new preferred clients that day, which was awesome. I will be sponsoring a new consultant tomorrow morning at 5 in the morning. Hang on, no. She's in Arizona, so I have to work out the time difference. It'll be Sunday morning at 5 in the morning now. And I'm following up with another lady that I met for a one-to-one this week. And she'll be joining my team as well as a consultant. So I'm completely...
You have 20 people joining your team this month. Not 5.
20. Direct to me. That's like my absolute lowest.
Danny, how many of you... Okay, this is a question. How many people, Danny, have you sponsored in 1 month?
The most was 7.
Mine's 2. I'll admit mine's 2. That's the highest number of sponsored in 1 month.
And preferred clients?
No, just this is consultants.
Was yours consultants, Danny?
Yeah. Can't sponsor
7 consultants in 1 month.
Nobody wants to be a client in my business.
Yeah, they do. I might change mine. I've done 4 new directs this month, but I might try and beat your 7.
Go for it.
Yeah, we're only on 4.
You've sponsored 4 direct independent consultants in August.
No, that's my target. Yeah, my goal.
Oh, I see.
I was thinking, bloody hell, it's like 4.
I thought you meant you'd done it already.
No. My goal's 4, and then I said I might change it. Yeah. I'm playing too small, aren't I?
Yeah, we should all make it 8.
7? That's incredible, Danny. Take your hat off to you for doing 7 in 1 month.
Thank you.
How did it feel to sponsor 7? Like, because sometimes that can be quite overwhelming, sponsoring 7 and launching all off.
Yeah, but not everybody.
How did you get over that?
Wants to launch today.
No.
So I'll sponsor anybody that wants to join the business, and then I'll book in a call with them, or in person if I'm with them. But most of the time it's a Zoom because they're not local. To get started, like once they've obviously joined and done their 150, then we'll get started. And it's that getting started call that some people don't do, and then they just become like a consumer. So then it's the getting started call is are you actually going to do this as a business or not? Then we'll go through getting started and booking events. And some people don't book any launches, but some people do. So to me, it's just normal. It's just completely normal sponsoring, because half the people, I don't know what the numbers are, but some don't do anything and some do.
Yeah, I'm going to start doing that, I think. Because sorry.
You go.
I was just going to say, I sort of what's the word, like almost give them an interview before I sponsor them as a consultant to make sure they are going to do the business, so I don't waste my time on them.
Yeah, see, I kind of do that afterwards. So I'll sponsor everybody, and then I kind of will do that like interview / getting started like the next day or the day after.
That's what I'm going to switch to.
Do you know when you're talking to people a little bit further away then? Obviously, like my normal process is sort of like meet them, the one-to-one bag, follow up. Like, how do you just not let them use samples? Like, do you send them samples in the post?
So for me, and Jen will probably be the best person to answer this because she sponsors so many people abroad. For me, I find that a lot of people join the business without actually trying the product. So I will send samples. If they need samples, that's fine. So I usually have a phone conversation or a Zoom call with somebody and I'll gather what it is they're looking for. But I find for me, most people join without trying the products. But if they do, I'll say like, where do you see yourself on a 1 to 10? And if they say like 8, 9, then I'll go, okay, so what would you need for you to be a 10? If they go, I need to try the products, I'm like, okay, that's great. I'll send samples out. If obviously they're not local, if they are, then I'll drop products off. If they're abroad, then I send a prospect pack. But I actually do find that a lot of people join without trying the products. But Jen will probably be better at answering this question because she sponsors more further afield.
Yeah, just send them the prospect pack. That's what I do. Yeah, really simple.
Yeah, I think like that's holding me back a little bit. I thought like I probably haven't been. I don't know. I have been trying to, but I've just not been going all in with everybody, like in other parts of the UK even. So, like I say, I always say I think the best thing about the best product is the business, and I don't know why I don't just keep going with that. And like you say,
I think we need to change our wording because Danny just said everybody joins without trying the products, and I think I need to say that. Everybody joins without trying the products.
I did.
That's what I'm going to start saying. Everybody joins without trying the products. Yeah, because maybe we've got like this blockage, Jay, that we feel like we have to give them a one-to-one bag before they'll join.
Sometimes I'm like, I want you to try the
Megan
product. I've
joined.
done this. I'm like, I want
And
you to try
Michelle
the
joined
product.
without any products as well.
Yeah, that's what I do as well. As soon as Danny said that, I was like, yeah, I'm changing that.
Do you talk to people
Yeah,
the same way of how you join? Because I didn't try the product, so that's probably why I naturally attract people that are like me.
Yeah, I tried the products, but then I was left too long and I wasn't really going to do it. And I felt guilty that I'd let Tony down so many times. And then I went to a DA and then I was just like, yeah, I'll do it.
Danny's laughing right now.
Yeah, I kind of told Danny your brief story on the way home yesterday that you weren't going to go, were you? But you were like, oh, I've got to go because I've got to drop these products off. Bless you.
Last time I saw Tony, she tipped a pint over my head. So I was like, what's all this about?
And no one's surprised.
You joined the business.
No, bless her. I thought, oh, I'd
It
let her
shows
down with the products.
you can still contact people that you've tipped a pint over.
Yeah, I don't even know if she remembers that, but it's fine. There's no hard feelings. But yeah, but like, and it just goes to show, doesn't it, that you should just keep going, like keep trying with people.
So I think it's really good having this call because we've all got our strengths, and I think so. My strength is definitely meeting new people and talking to them about. I've got really good at building a relationship with people and finding out what their needs are. And I tend to find that most of the people that I meet, their need tends to be they're lacking fun in their life, they're lacking community, they're lacking a group of like-minded people, they're lacking being recognized, they're lacking that cheerleader in their life. So I tend to find the people that I build relationships with are looking for something just like Arbonne. So for me, that is a massive strength for me and my business. My weakness is product events, PCs. I need to really work on being a much better consultant for my PC. I actually feel quite sorry for my PCs, and half of me thinks I really should refer them to somebody else because I'm terrible. So I've got to get better at that, and it's on my to-do list. Be a better consultant for my clients.
You need to start with your affirmations.
Yeah, definitely. So that for me is my weakness, where I know that I need to work on that. But my strength is definitely meeting new people and finding the Arbonne fit for them. And I know, Kerry, you were saying that your strength is turning your cold market warm. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what I love doing. I love doing that. I love meeting new people, making friends, and then I wait for the fit, and then I'll mention the business. That's just what I love. And then even if the business isn't for them, I've made some new friends. I have so many friends now. I just love it.
Yeah,
I love it. Yeah. So
Everybody wants to join your team.
everybody wants to join my
Everybody who
team.
meets Kerry wants to join the team. Every single
Everybody.
person. Every day.
But PCs, yeah, I think I've got 9. I haven't got many. I don't have many PCs.
So Laura,
I'm working on that as well.
yeah, same as me. Laura, what's your strength?
I would say similar, going cold market, turning it to warm. I like to, like, say, build the friendship up and then, like, get to know them a little bit and then go in that way rather than, I don't know, like, build the friendship. I'm already out in communities anyway, things what I do every day. It's just building new friendships. So definitely similar way to how Kerry does it, which works for me.
Yeah.
But I just need to go out into new groups. That meetup app, I need to plan better. I feel that I don't plan well enough. So I know that I need to plan a lot better and make more my time like more efficient rather than, you know, when you can get home sometimes and you just think, like say you got, you know, like Danny said, you got so many things to do, but you just put it off. And not, you just need to have that better for you to actually go through what you need to do. So I said that meet. Has anyone been on that meetup app yet? Has anyone met anyone from it? I know Tony's flying with it, isn't it?
Really?
Tony's absolutely having a ball game on it. Yeah.
See, I've joined one as well, and I haven't. No one's answered any messages. And I've just been nice. I haven't mentioned the business.
Nice.
I've just been nice. I'd like to be nice. I like to be nice.
I'll have to ask Tony what she's up to on that meetup app, because I know that she's like meeting up with people on there and like got common interests and stuff, and they're just meeting up straight away. So
We'll ask her on the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Tell her to dish the dirt.
yeah.
Because she's been at home because she was poorly, wasn't she? So she's just embraced that while she's been at home.
Oh, great. Jade, what would you say?
And like I say, connecting with like old friends as well from school and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've been, you know, like sometimes, like I say, names just pop in your head and you don't even realise, do you? And then they start liking your post and you're like, oh, they must be watching it. Like you say, people are watching it all the time. So like I say, you got to make sure that you're putting on a
That book I read, it says if you think of a name, the chances are they're thinking of you. So that's why it says message them straight away. And then you just said, oh yeah, they were liking my post, so they were probably thinking of you as well. It's magic.
It's the magic.
Yeah. That's
Jade,
what it
what
is.
about you? What's your strength?
I think my strength is probably more talking about the business. I'm really passionate about the business and sponsoring.
You are amazing at getting people to events, Jade. Like
Yeah,
DAs,
that's your
that
bloody
you are.
niche.
I can't do how you do that. Every DA
You
you've
your
got
language,
guests.
don't you?
I'm like, how does she do that? Every DA you've got a guest.
Do you pay them to go?
And I'm like, oh, I'm always sat there, just me. Oh. So tell us, how do you do that?
I don't know. I just sort of say, like, you know, I'm going to this exclusive event. I really think it would be worth you coming to have a listen to. Any doubts or hesitations or things, I think you'll really find the answers, and it will help you just make your mind up either way. Or if you know someone's on the fence, or you've never really, or someone was a bit like, I've had a lot of like, you know, I am interested, but I'm not right sure right now. I'm going to wait a bit, and then whenever they come up, I have like a little list of almost people that have not really ever said no to me, but haven't said yes either, and I just try all of them. And even like consultants that have signed up and then just not done anything, like kind of sometimes get them back and get them to like reignite that fire, and just find a fit. Like I've got a consultant that's trying to set up her own like makeup artist like business. I'm like, I really think you should come along, because you'll hear how this is just going to be an amazing like leg to your other business as well, and you just try and find that fit. But I'm with you, Danny. My weakness is PC, like getting new PCs and product sales. I really feel like I've really tried to concentrate on doing more of my weaknesses and getting out there doing more product drops, because I don't think I really did a lot of product drops. It was mainly really from events or following a one-to-one. But a lot of people where I'm saying, you know, I've used that invite where I'd love for you to love to get your feedback on these products, and I'm not really getting a great response. Then I don't really know how to turn it around. I'm kind of end up leaving going, okay, that's fine. Thanks for like trying them for me, and leaving with nothing. I don't know if anyone else gets that, or whether I'm just need to be a bit more ballsy and kind of.
I did really enjoy Fiona's call on Sunday. I don't know if you've watched it yet. It was about product drops, and she had like a document. I'll repost it on the VP WhatsApp, but that was a really good call because I was listening.
She's PC queen, isn't she?
Yeah.
I'll repost it on there.
Yeah, like, or I don't know whether I
Thank
need
you.
to go in with another approach, like rather than doing the feedback things. People are like, yeah, I'm happy to review sometimes before I even drop them off, they're like, I'm happy to review, but if you're looking for me to buy products, I'm really happy with what I am, or I've got no money at the minute, or I'm getting like the objection before I've even gone, and I'm still like, oh no, it'd still be nice to get your feedback, because I feel like you've already gone there, haven't you, with it? And
this was a really good call.
I can remember when Zoe dropped products off to me at the nurse where I used to work, and she didn't even come in and say, do you want to try them? She just handed it to us. She was like, yeah, I'll try these. Like, we were like, okay. They went away and tried it. So it was quite like, but obviously I'd been watching Zoe for a while, but they felt special that someone just came up to them and was like, look, I've been thinking about you. I've got these for you to try. I'm not saying that's the right way to do it, but it worked. I don't know if Zoe got many sales for that, but she got me.
Yeah. I just posted the wrong call, by the way.
yeah, perhaps just some of the ways that other people are doing it, just because I don't know whether that's my style and I'm just sort of copying somebody, because I don't really know how else to do it, so it'd be good to see other ways that people are sort of approaching that, because I definitely need to whoop that for me. I think I'm not doing a lot for me, new PCs.
Yeah. Jen, what about yourself? Are you still there?
Hello.
What's your strength?
My strength. My strength, I think, is helping people to become consultants. I think that's my passion, like the business. It's like, I don't really understand why someone wouldn't want to do the business still. So I think when I'm speaking to someone, I expect them to become a consultant. Yeah, definitely. That's my strength, I think. And also like the one-to-one situation, absolutely. Love it.
Yeah.
Because you're talking to that person, you're finding out about them, and you're building that friendship. Yeah. My weakness is I'm not like I can build friendships, but if I build like loads, like my mind gets boggled. I need to write it down more. I'm not very organised in that respect, but I know how to fix it. I just don't want to seem like ingenuine by not remembering the conversation, if that makes sense, or asking them the same question twice. So what is it that you do for a job? And you've already asked and had a whole conversation about it.
Sometimes I say that to even like my best friend. Like, what do you do again? I'm like, what?
Yeah, I think if I could just nail speaking to more people, then yeah, I'll be onto something. So at least I know what I need to do. I've just had a look on that Meetup app, actually. I've just downloaded it. So I've got it on my laptop, but not on my phone. And actually there's a networking meeting on Wednesday that I can get to, so I'm going to go to that. There we go.
I've downloaded it, but I don't really know what I'm doing.
I've got it, but I don't know what I'm doing.
What was it? Sorry, I couldn't hear. The kids are like,
Meet up.
Oh yeah, I think it's an app.
Tony to help.
Yeah, it's an app, isn't it?
We'll get Tony to do a little video, like a video, and post it on the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I'm
on like some mummy social app, but I've messaged quite a few people.
Mush, is it? Is it called Mush?
No, I'm sure it's called Mummy Social, but it's not. I've not really got anything from that.
Someone on my team uses, I think it's called Mush, and she meets loads of people on that. She's meeting them all for play dates, and then obviously talking to them and finding a need. She's got a play date. When is it? In the next few days with a hairdresser. So yeah, she's doing really well with that.
That's amazing. I was just going to add something else before we sort of wrap up the call, and it was going back to what Terry was saying about do things because you love it. And I was saying this in the car yesterday, and it's really got me thinking about what she said, like just genuinely do things because you love it. So if you are launching consultants or you're sponsoring or whatever it is that you're doing, workshops, whatever, Do it because you love it for you and it's going to make you grow and you're going to learn from it. Don't do it because you're doing it to help somebody else. And it got me thinking about all the things that I've done in the past with Arbonne. Like, for example, when I was saying this in the car, sometimes I've read a book and I've been so amazed by the book or the chapter that I've then gone and done a recording, training of it. And it's not necessarily so that somebody will watch it, although it's out there if somebody does, but really it's because I've loved it that much that I feel like I want to do a training on it. And when I do live sometimes, like Kerry was saying, do a live because you want to do a live, regardless of whether anyone's going to be on or not. That doesn't matter. Do it because you want to do it. And it just really got me thinking about, when I do a live, I genuinely do it because I want to do it, not because I'm thinking, oh, I hope somebody comes on. And it really got me thinking about the energy that love is. Obviously, love is such a high energy, and you know, what would you say the opposite of love is? Hate or not liking. It's such a low energy. So if you're doing something because you genuinely love it, regardless as to the filtered effect of that, the byproduct of that being other people seeing what you're doing and wanting to jump on, just do it anyway because you love it. And I really, yeah, it was really profound yesterday, Kerry. I really took a lot from you on that car journey. It was amazing.
Oh, thanks, Danny. I enjoyed myself. I always love a car journey with you. What's that?
Coaching with Kerry.
Yeah. Well, I'm loving my coaching. I am really enjoying it. I've only had 3 calls and I feel so different already. So,
Kerry, do you feel, and you can say not now, it's totally fine, but do you feel happy enough to share some of the stories you shared last night about the stories in your head, or would you rather not now?
Yeah, I'd rather not now, if that's all right. Is that okay?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Car journey was amazing. I learned so much. I literally, like, my eyeballs. I will, but yeah, I'll do it another night. Is that okay? Yeah. Thank you. Did anyone want to share anything else before we end the call? Jen?
No.
Oh, I look really pale. Like, God, I need to go get some blusher on. Sit back a bit.
What are you like?
And I just looked then, I was like, God, I look dead next to you. Okay. Right.
Okay, right, let's end it then. And I'll message Tony and see if she'll do a little video recording about this Meetup app and share it with us all.
Cool.
Right.
Perfect.
See you all very soon then.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.